All right, guys, I'm back. It's Dinger Tuesday, and I got my favorite home run ideas on the screen right there. And if you're new to the channel or just want to refresh a course, you can refer back to the May 28th Dinger Tuesday video where I lay out a case on how I select these players. It's an open book where I go into great detail on identifying the players that have a barrel percentage of 12.5% or higher, and also an ISO rate of 20% or more, and a hard hit percentage of 44% or more. The players that had these three, that fell into these three categories, didn't you know they were all in the top 50 or whatever in a leaderboard? And I think like most of them were in the top 20 home run hitters in the league at that point in time. So I said to myself, wow, that seems like some good correlation there. Seemed like we might be onto something. So what I said to myself for Dinger Tuesdays is, let's look at the players in the last 14 days that exhibit these three things on the screen here. So we can find the hottest batters, in a 2-week time frame to try to attack for home run plays. So quickly reviewing last Dinger Tuesday on June 25th, I had 20 selections. 4 of them were scratched. 3 of them were in a game that was postponed, and 1 player was scratched out of the lineup. So of the 16 remaining players that I suggested on the channel for Dinger Tuesday that I thought had the greatest opportunity to hit a home run, we hit 6 of the 16. So I always say, let's grade this out. If you were to put 1 unit on all 16 players, hitting 6 of them, we would have been up a net plus 12.16 units of profit. I'm not saying to put 1 unit on every single player. I'm just saying that if we were, what would have happened? Okay. So we had a very successful day in that regards. Let's recap the last 4 Dinger Tuesdays now. All right, to put it in a little bit of bigger picture, or what we've done. Okay, I came forward with 3 Dinger Tuesday videos, and then I ran one on June 16th. It was Sunday. I said Dinger Sunday. There was no promotion, but I said let's run it and see how we did. Okay, so the last 4 videos that I suggested these players, there was a total of 52 players that I suggested. We hit 15 correctly, missed on 37, which is fine because the odds are absolutely juiced, anywhere between, plus 300 to plus 900. Okay. It's in that range. So like I said, we hit 15 of the 52. And if you were to put 1 unit on every single player, you would have been up a net positive 20.26 units. Now, am I telling you to put 1 unit on every player? No, it's just the way that I like to grade out to see if something would be successful or not. There's a little different strategy for Dinger Tuesdays, and we'll get into it. And let's get back to the slide with the plays that I love for today. All right, here are the 20 players that met the criteria. Again, the criteria being players in the last 14 days with a barrel percentage of 12.5% or higher, an ISO rate of 20% or higher, and a hard hit percentage of 44% or higher. So look at the first one right here. Shohei Ohtani qualifies, but then next to his name, we also have some extra things. It says weather, and Ballpark Pal is suggesting that there's an increase of 11% above average for potential for home run. So that's good for Shohei Ohtani. Next to it, I also put the home run to fly ball percentage of the pitcher he'd be facing in this matchup. So that indicates that 1 out of every 8 fly balls have flown out of the park for a home run when you have a home run to fly ball percentage of 12%. So there's some negative weather games also. If you look at the Pittsburgh St. Louis game, you got 3 players on here: Brian Reynolds, O'Neill Cruz, and Paul Goldschmidt, all in a game where there's a negative 22%, or like there's going to be a reduction of the potential for home runs to the tune of a negative 22% in that game. Now, I wouldn't shy away from it if you love these players because it's not that significant. If you just go back to last week, I think it was, Shohei Ohtani was in a home run game, or a game where it was a minus 19%, and he hit a home run, I think, at his first at bat. It was absolutely amazing. We had him, okay? So that's why it was amazing. So I wouldn't necessarily stay away from it, but I do like to put this in here, for you guys to look and say, for yourself. I'm like, okay, maybe I don't want to play that, or maybe I don't need to worry about that. And then look on the bottom of the screen on the left side, Michael Tolia, his got the best weather game, a plus 25 percentile of, increased in home run potential. And then if you look at his home run to fly ball, I really wanted to point this out. It's 100%. Okay. And that's only because the pitcher he's going up against has a very limited sample size of pitches. He had one fly ball, okay, on record this year, and it went out for a home run. So thus the 100% home run to fly ball. So to put that in perspective, that's a small sample size. So don't, it's true, but you got to put it into context. So there you go. Now the Dinger Tuesday promotion, you can't play. I always say, if you were to put one unit on every single one of them, it doesn't work that way. You can't put multiple bets on one game, right? So I have players. I got players, on here, multiple players in the same team. So you can't really do that. That's not necessarily the strategy you want to use for Dinger Tuesday. You want to select one player in a game necessarily that you think there's going to be a ton of home runs, right? So get those bonus bucks back. So another thing I was thinking about, which I didn't have the time to do, was I try to find the best players to hit a home run, but there's other strategies. Some people have a strategy. Well, I don't want the guys that necessarily are like a plus 300 odds to hit a home run. I might want to play someone that's at plus 900, because if I hit that one, it's absolutely amazing, but you're probably less likely to hit that one than maybe some of the ones that are, obviously at plus 300. But the idea is, I think this game's going to have a ton of home runs, and I'm going to get my bonus bucks, my bonus bets back. So, there's different strategies to use. I'm just bringing forward ones that I think that actually have a great opportunity to hit a home run. Like I said, other people might go, I'd rather have someone that doesn't have the greatest opportunity, but if he does, it'd be an amazing payday. And then I think there's still going to be a lot of home runs in the game, so I'll get my bonus bets back. So there's a different strategy for everybody. So, take it for what it is. I think we'll leave it right there, right? My favorite 20 players today, based on those metrics that I explained. And if you want a little more detail on why I selected these 20, like I said, go back to the Dinger Tuesday on May 28th, I think it was. If it's not, it's May 25th, whatever that Tuesday is, you'll find the video. And I go into great detail on why I select these players and, kind of provide an evidence-based, situation, if you will, on why I think this has been or why I thought it would be successful. And it has been relatively successful using it. So there you go. Let's have some fun. Let's have a great Dinger Tuesday. And I'll just talk to you guys tomorrow.